Hey everyone, we are back once again with evaluating a new CRM tool as part of our CRM series, and this one is a bit different. Over the last few videos, we have looked at CRMs that focus heavily on customization, reporting, managing larger sales processes. But today's CRM takes a completely different approach. What it does is instead of asking sales teams to spend hours updating records, logging activities, and maintaining the data, it focuses on reducing that manual work and making CRM adoption easier. So let's quickly get into it. Today we will look at Copper CRM, which is a modern CRM that automatically captures your customer interactions, creates those contacts with minimal human input, and even offers a flexible pipeline that can be adapted for different teams, use cases, or industry. So what we'll be doing is we'll be quickly exploring how it works, what makes it different from traditional CRMs, and what sort of organizations are more likely to benefit out of using this. So let's dive in. Now, when we first of all log into Copper CRM, it looks like this, where we have the different sections. We have the feed, the tasks, we have the basic pipeline, contacts, and the tool sections. Now, when we start with the very basics, the first purpose or the objective of any CRM is to log our prospect data. So what it offers over here is a very simple interface where we have complete clarity on who the prospect is and their details as well. What it even logs is how many interactions have we had with that particular prospect, but that is a later. The first step that we need to understand is how do we add a prospect or a potential customer into the CRM. So when I click over here on the add person, I have three options. One, I have a manual way to add the person where I can enter their first name, last name, company name, title, and the other details. Another way is to add from their suggestions. So this particular platform, this CRM, is native for Google Workspaces. So any company that is using Google Workspace will find or get maximum value out of this. So what it does is, in terms of say the suggestions, it checks that okay, what are the previous interactions that we have had with people over Gmail. Based on that, it understands the context of the emails and everything and tells us that okay, there are these set of people whom you have reached out to or you have sent cold emails to, who can be your customers and whose data is not there in your CRM right now. So all I need to do is just click on the add over here and I can just save this and that particular contact gets created. Now that is one way where it is giving me the suggestions. What are the other ways, and this is the most interesting part that I found about this particular CRM, is their extension. How does this work is, if you can see, this is their extension. If say for example, if I have sent or I've run a particular email campaign and if I want to capture that data and that data is not there in my CRM, all I need to do is just open their extension. Whatever the mail is, I just need to hover over it. If you see, I have not clicked it, I have not done anything, I have just simply hovered over it, and on the right hand side the CRM or that particular extension captures everything, right from say the person's details to the company details, even the description. Every single thing that would be relevant for me gets added over here, and all I need to do is just click on add to Copper and this particular contact gets created onto Copper. Moreover, it tells me that okay, if I want to log any activity or keep a track of it, I can do that. If I want to add note right here, I can even do that. If I want to create this into a direct opportunity, that say for example, if that person has responded and I would want to log that, I can even do that as well. So this is how seamless it is made to capture the data from your inbox itself. Now comes the most important thing. Say for example, you have connected with a CXO of a company and that person has routed you to someone else and asked you to reach out to them over LinkedIn. Now, obviously, you don't have that other person's data on your CRM. You will be logging that manually once you have had an interaction with them. The interesting thing over here, what again Copper offers is, say this is a very basic LinkedIn search that I have done, and this is the person's LinkedIn profile. So as you can see, when I hovered over it, immediately that particular person's data got captured over here, and all I need to do is just again click on add to Copper and every single detail about that person gets populated on my CRM. So it's that easy to get the data of a particular person. Moreover, if I'm say seeing that particular person's profile, then I can add the other details as well. So this is how seamless Copper has made for us to capture data of our prospects. That was say about the people part. Now, moreover, say for example, I want to change certain statuses or I want to track certain things. That's wherein the interaction and the inactive days comes into picture, where it automatically, based on our conversations over be it LinkedIn or email, it captures that okay, when was the last time we contacted that person. how many interactions or how many follow-ups have we had with that person, along with since how many days is that lead inactive or we have not yet approached that person, since what duration. So that is the sort of insight I'm able to get. Now, when I actually see the person's profile, as you can see over here, I get a complete chart in terms of that, what are the activities that are done. If I want to add any note, if I want to directly send an email to that person from the CRM, I can even do that. Or if I want to add that person's record onto the pipeline, I can even do that. So this is the level of, say, seamlessness it has been able to bring into the usage of CRM. So in terms of, say, spending time logging things, or in terms of, say, doing things, adding contacts onto the CRM, as a salesperson, that time gets saved for me. Next up is its pipeline. Now, the most interesting thing over here is that traditionally we have seen that when we talk about the pipeline section in any CRM, it's our basic, where it is, say, a new prospect contacted, converted, proposal shared, and then lead won or lost. So these are the basic funnel steps that we get. What Copper has done is, in terms of creating a pipeline, it has templatized certain ways of sales. So if I'm, say, talking about hardcore sales, then it tells me that, okay, how your funnel should look like a qualified opportunity, a presentation, a proposal sent, a negotiation. But what if, say, for example, if it is for a specific purpose, like, say, consulting sales, then it has a different sort of a, lead funnel that it creates. Next, this is about, say, the use case and the type of sales. What about the other aspect? So say if I'm in the recruitment space and I want to track how many, candidates am I evaluating as a company. So it gives me a complete funnel based on that. So for every function as well, be it project management, be it customer management or investment, it has created these multiple pipelines. So I have one CRM where I can track everything. So say for example, I am a SaaS company. Now I have my sales team that works on the CRM, does the outreach. So they have a different pipeline. Then say for example, if I have my customer success team who looks after the leads that are won, just ensuring that, okay, whether the customers are retained or not, or they are not churning. That is a different pipeline for them. Then I have my account executives. For them, the most important aspect is that to nurture those leads till closure and ensuring that their onboarding is seamless. So I have another funnel for that. So this way, I'm able to track the activity of 3 different verticals as part of my entire customer journey onto a single platform, that too personalized or rather customized as per their use case. So this is a level of flexibility that it offers upfront, that this is what you can do with this particular platform. Moreover, say if we want to start from scratch, create our own pipeline, we can even do that. So overall, if say for example, I've created business development pipeline over here, I know that how many new prospects can I add over here, how much outreach has been done. So this helps me in terms of tracking my entire funnel end to end. Then when we talk about some certain additional features, we do have the task segment where we can add or log on tasks. So as a salesperson, all I need to do is just mention that, say if I have to do a call back or if I have to make a phone call to a person, I just have those specific activity types that are mentioned over here. So all I need to do is enter the prospect name, select what is this activity type, set a reminder, add a owner, and just save it. So this way my task creation is also very seamless, where I have to just enter very few details and I have it ready. And I even get immediate reminders that, okay, if this is the particular due date, then this is when you have to complete it. Finally, when we talk about the different tools that it offers, one is automation. So in terms of automation, what all things can you do is you can automate your email outreach. There are certain workflow automations that you can do for, say, updating your contacts or logging activities, and there are task automations. So say if there is a specific task like sending an SMS or sending an email to a particular prospect at a particular time or a date, then Copper can even automate that entire thing. In terms of email, what all things we can do, we can check that, okay, what preset templates that it offers is one, automatically say emailing people who haven't responded to me, or automatically email or send cold emails to people that I've saved as per a particular filter on the CRM. So these are the sort of things that I can automate when it comes to emails. Then it has a form segment. Now, if you see on our websites, we have the contact us forms, right? So what it has done is it has helped us in terms of building that entire form and setting up certain workflows for it. So say for example, if I'm integrating this particular contact us form onto my website, and there is a workflow that as soon as say someone fills it, a record should be logged onto my CRM, assignment should be done, email should go out. So I can create that entire workflow over here itself. And moreover, from the style perspective, if I want to design it, then I can even design it over right here. So that is how we can use their forms. Then comes email tracking. Now, this is a very important thing. Why? Because if you see, many a times when we want to send some certain important emails, we would want to track whether the person has actually opened or clicked on certain specific links onto that email or not. So Copper helps us in terms of tracking those emails as well that we are sending. And finally, in terms of custom reports, so this is a part that is as part of their paid features. This is something that when you purchase their plan, you will be able to access them, but you can create custom reports for your management visibility. So this was about how Copper CRM is one of those platforms, new age platforms that has been able to solve the problem of reducing manual data entry and focusing more towards the actual sales. So overall, what Copper CRM represents is what I would call a modern relationship focused CRM. And if this video or if this helps you in terms of evaluating a CRM like this for your company, then please do like and subscribe to the channel. And if there is any other CRM tool that you would want us to evaluate, then please do put it up in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching this one.